everyone, and welcome back to Stacey's Take Wellness Within Wednesdays. If you're new here, I'm Stacey, and on Wednesdays, we talk about real life psychology, self-care, and practical ways to build healthier relationships. Today, we're talking about a topic that's both eye-opening and liberating, in my opinion: emotional vampires. People who drain your energy, leave you feeling exhausted, and just feed off of your emotional reactions. If you've ever felt inexplicably tired after spending time with someone, this episode could be for you. First things first, let's define them. An emotional vampire is anyone who feeds on your goodwill, empathy, and compassion, but leave you depleted in the process. They can be friends, family, coworkers, or even your romantic partner. They thrive on drama, negativity, and constant neediness. And it's not always obvious at first. Trust me, it's really not. So don't beat yourself up if throughout the video you realize that maybe you're dealing with an emotional vampire and you're like, oh, but it's been 10 years. It's not that easy to spot them. They're very good manipulators. Here are a few telltale signs, I guess, that you can use to kind of spot them. Firstly, they always turn the conversation back to themselves. It's always me, 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 me. I. Most of you like to call these kind of people pick-me's. Yeah, a pick-me can be an emotional vampire. It's always about them. It can never be about you. Once you start talking about you, they will try and turn it around and talk about themselves. Very strange behavior. They never take responsibility for their actions. Literally, these people they don't know how to admit fault. It's either they don't know or they just simply think that they're above admitting fault. You know, like you're trying to express yourself. You're trying to be like, no, but this wouldn't have happened if you just followed A, B, and C. This wouldn't have happened if you just communicated. This wouldn't have happened if you just said 1, 2, and 3. And they'll look at you like, why are you blaming me? Why are you blaming me? Why is it my fault? Why am I doing that? Moving on. The next point does actually feed into them never taking responsibility of their actions. They don't know how to be accountable for their own things. It's that they play victim, and that's how they don't take accountability. They push all the blame to somebody else, and then they play the victim card, and it's like, you don't love me, you just want to hurt me, you're against me. Boo-hoo, go cry to your grandmother, please. Something that they like to do, and I really hate this the most because I myself have fallen victim to this quite a lot. And it's that thing of they constantly guilt trip you, but they just make you feel obligated to kind of like fix them. You know, those people who are just like, okay, let's use this example because this is something that always pisses me off, right? You as a person, you're very time conscious. So you like to be on time. You like to do things during specific times. Some people say it's like an ADHD thing. I don't think I'm ADHD. I obsess about time. I've spoken about this before. Time is something that's very precious in this world, and if you waste it, you lose that time. You're never going to get it back. So for me, I'm very, very time conscious. You know, I understand running late. I understand shit happens and you'll be like a minute, 5 minutes late. But I also value communication. So if I say we need to leave at 9:30 and at 9:30 you're not ready, we're leaving at 10:30, I get frustrated, right? And now it becomes this constant thing of like, no, but I said we were supposed to. It's like, oh, but why are you blaming me? I was busy with this, I was trying to do this, da, da, da. And I was like, okay, but at the same time, the agreement was to leave at this. And it's like, I don't understand why you're shouting at me. Like, just like, it's not like we're even late. We're not even that late. Nah. Like, why do you always have to do all these things? And you're just there like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to upset you. And yeah, that's basically kind of like how it is. I don't know why the voice changed. But all in all, it's just to explain, like, that's kind of like how the guilt tripping happens. You kind of like set a boundary. You expect that boundary to be followed. They will break that boundary, just them breaking that boundary. They will push the blame onto you, right? Because they don't want to take accountability. They will play victim. And then as they're playing victim, they will guilt trip you and you keep saying that, okay, but we've talked about this. I don't like when you do this. And it's like, just say you don't like me. Just say you don't want to be with me. Like, why are we being like, why are we being like, what's going on? Like, why is it now my fault that like, what's going on? What's happening? And then at that point, because you're so confused and you're so conflicted about how you communicating your boundary has now turned into like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Don't do that. If they try to guilt trip you, just take it and be like, mm-hmm. And that's why next time when I say we leave and you need to be ready by 8:30 so that we can leave on time, then you will remember to do that. And the worst thing about like those types of situations, you end up feeling very emotionally drained because, and also you end up feeling anxious and like you'll be walking on like eggshells because here you are trying to communicate something, trying to express yourself, but they're basically pushing everything onto you, you know, like it's your fault. Like, why are you blaming me? Like, I'm trying. What's wrong with you? Why do you want more? All that nonsense. You just push and push and push. And that constant pushing, it's draining. Like, it's exhausting. And again, this can be talking to friends, family, significant others. You're trying to make the relationship work. But the other person is just constantly pushing all the negative emotions they're feeling about themselves onto you. And it's interactions like that that just leave you feeling very emotionally drained. And then you become super anxious. And remember how in the previous episodes we talked about you'll find yourself walking on eggshells because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going to happen next. Guys, that is not a space that you should be in. Those are not people that you should be engaging in conversation with. Like, you should not engage with these people at all. You should not be in a position where you're just trying to express yourself in the most polite way, and then at the end of it, you're doubting yourself, you're hating yourself, you're feeling so exhausted, like you're so anxious, you're so scared, like because you don't know what's going on. You don't know, like, if I sneeze a certain way, are they just gonna snap at me? Are they gonna make it seem like I did something wrong? Like, what else do I need to do to fix myself? Whereas in reality, you don't need to fix yourself. Those people are just emotional vampires. They just there to drain everything out of you because they're miserable with their lives. They want you to be miserable with your life. So just be cautious. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I am quite passionate about this because, again, I'm a person who has lived many lives, and unfortunately, I've been a victim of this type of situation. So if I can share a little bit of my story and knowledge to make sure that the next person doesn't have to experience this, I may do that. So what I want you all to do for me is just take a moment now. Think of someone who fits this description in your life and trust your gut, because I can guarantee when I was listing these telltales, that someone or someone's wink wink popped into my head multiple times. All I can say is thank God I am no longer associated with them anymore. And honestly speaking, I give all praise to God because I think I would have been dead if I continued to engage with these people. Keep reaching this. You need to set clear boundaries. You do not owe them unlimited access to your time or emotions. Practice saying, I'm not available for this right now. 2, limit your exposure. You can love people from a distance, Reduce contact where possible. And if you lose them in the process completely, it's perfectly fine. It means that they were never meant to be in your life. And you'll find out that because you continue associating yourself with these people, you can't elevate to the next level. And trust me, God, the universe, whatever the hell you believe in, will not allow you to ascend to the next level if you do not trust your instinct and leave those people that need to be left behind. Number three, very important, shield your energy. Okay, you can visualize a bubble of light around you when you're with these type of people. It may sound like you're crazy, but mental boundaries are powerful. The thing that I do when I'm around emotional vampires is I'll picture like my guardian angel with these big glowing wings, and yes, they are purple, my favorite color, come on. And he's using these wings to kind of shield me from all the madness. And I think that's the only way that I stay sane, because there's a lot of crazy people out there, and you never know how these people are going to try and drain you. Number four, I've stressed this already in the past videos, but please, 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 please don't engage in their drama. Stay calm, neutral, and change the topic. Refuse to feed their narrative. The more you feed into their narrative, the more they're sucking the life out of you. And literally, this is the most important of them all. They're all important, but this is the most important one that I want every single one of you watching to remember this. You need to prioritize self-care. Recharge with activities and people who uplift you. Think of it as like you're topping up your battery. Whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that you're not compromising yourself with these fools, go ahead and do it. Put yourself first, always. Remember, you have the right to protect your emotional well-being. You are not responsible for fixing people who refuse to help themselves. If this video resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. You'd be surprised how many more other people in your circle actually need to hear this. I'm glad that you all tuned in. Like, if you have been tuning in from episode 1 up to now, I'm super, super happy that you actually did tune in and you were listening to me talk. I know I do ramble a lot, but these are things that are always heavy on my heart, and I like that I'm able to kind of create a platform where I can share this. And if me sharing this is going to help someone out there, even if it's just one person, I'll be super happy. Yeah, thank you all for actually joining. I think in this series, we really did get to explore 5 very powerful topics that are going to help you protect your mind, your heart, and your peace. I mean, we got to learn more about how to spot toxic personalities, how to set boundaries without guilt, surviving toxic work environments. We learned how to stop people pleasing, and of course we finished off with learning more about emotional vampires and just protecting your energy. Each lesson was designed to empower you to take back control, stand firm in your truth, and create a life that feels safe and authentic. I want to thank you all again for tuning in, sharing your stories, and growing with me through every single episode. This might be the end of this series, but it's just the beginning of what's coming next. So keep an eye out for our brand new series packed with even more tools to help you live boldly, love yourself fiercely, and thrive unapologetically. Until then, stay strong, stay grounded, and keep on shining. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on what's next. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye.